Hello everyone, my name is Molly. Welcome back to my channel. Today's class will be all on the floor. We will not be doing any standing. If you are feeling low energy or you're having a bad day but you still want to get your movement in, we will also be practicing some gratitude throughout the class today, so that is where we will begin. I'm going to be sitting on a block. Feel free to come to a comfortable position and crossing our legs, sitting nice and tall, and just starting with a couple of deep breaths, getting yourself into your space, finding your mat. Hands can be on the thighs or resting by the sides. Spine is growing long. Shoulders are soft away from the ears. Starting to clear the head. Inhales and exhales. Maybe you start to sigh it out through the mouth. Breathing in and breathing out. Trying to clear the mind. Maybe it helps to think of an empty white room. And we will start to ask ourselves what we are grateful for in this moment. Even if it's just arriving here, waking up, getting out of bed, something small, whatever works for you. Then we will ask, what makes us proud of ourselves today? It can be the same thing, getting out of bed, moving your body when you're having a rough day, or something big and exciting that you have planned. Then we'll set an intention for this practice, small or big, and an intention for the rest of the day. How will you take this practice off of the mat? Continuing to be mindful and remembering your gratitude in other areas of your life. Collecting your thoughts. Taking a couple of more deep breaths to settle. And then we'll start to lift the hands off the thighs. Reaching out to the sides, up to the ceiling, joining the fingers together. And then taking a lift up to the sky as we bring the head back. We'll take an inhale and exhale, starting to roll the spine forward, bringing the chest into the shoulders, bringing the hands forward towards the floor, tucking the chin in. And then inhale, we go again, lift, rising tall through the spine. And exhale, dip it down. Starting to deepen the roll of the spine up. Inhale and exhale, send it forward. One more time, inhale up. And with the exhale, release the hands and starting to cross one arm over the opposite knee, taking a twist. Breathing into the shoulders, bending through the elbows. And then inhale, coming back to center. Eyes can stay closed. Exhale, twist the other way. I'm using my natural light from the sun today, so it's peeking through. Inhale and exhale, twist. One more time, inhale. Exhale to twist. We'll take the hands back to the ceiling and back to the floor and start to roll our head. Fingertips are pressing into the mat. Shoulders are soft. You can go as slow as you'd like. Maybe you want to generate some heat already through the class, so you take it a little faster. And then switch the other direction. Again, pressing fingers down into the floor. Feeling the rotation through your neck. Last 3, 2, and 1. We'll come to center, take the block away, and then start to roll onto our back. Rolling through the spine, hands are coming down, sides of the mats, sides of the body. Feet are coming in. We'll start to take a bridge. So exhaling, pressing feet, pressing palms into the floor, rolling up through the vertebra, lifting hips, engaging through the glutes, pressing the knees forward, pulling abdominals into spine. With the exhale, start to take it down the same way you came up, rolling through the spine. Exhale again, pressing through feet, hands, back of the chest to lift the hips. Take a hold, and then we come back down. Bringing it to rhythm, so exhale, we'll lift, rolling up, 2, 3, 4, hold, inhale, down, 2, 3, 4, tap, and again, starting to feel the warmth through the lower body, opening through the chest, rolling through the spine. Slight engagement of the core again as you lift. And then we'll hold in 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, keeping the hips lifted. Palms are still pressed into the ground. And then one heel at a time is going to rise off the floor. Moving mindfully through the heel. Maybe you want to pause. Circle one heel at a time, very slow. Dropping it down, picking the other one up. Trying to bring the weight forward onto your big toes, not towards your ankles. And again, still trying to have that abdominal connection, maybe pressing the hips up a little bit higher. We'll go just a little faster. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Pushing through the calves. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Drop both heels. Both heels will lift. Hips will drop. Heels will stay lifted. And then as we take the hips back off the floor, the hands will come with us. So exhale. Heels are still again lifted, lifting through the hips. My arms will reach back by the ears. Exhale. Inhale, lowering the hips, bringing the hands all the way back down to the floor. Keeping them hovered off the mat as they fall so they can push back as they rise. Inhale, lower. Heels are still lifted, pressing into your toes. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. And exhale, rise. We'll go for again 8. Holding the glutes squeezed, heels stay lifted in 7. Arms stay off the floor in 6. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Keeping everything lifted, arms, hips, heels. We take a little pulse. Exhale, squeeze, squeeze. You can also just hold your hips high, pressing toes into the floor, feeling the movement, feeling the stability of stillness. Otherwise, we squeeze through the glutes as we lift, press, press. Last 8. Shoulders away from the ears. 7, 6. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the heels, lower the hips, and then bring the hands behind the head. We'll move on to some abdominals from here. So elbows are wide, and then bringing the feet all the way together. So the legs touch, the knees are closed. Again, shoulders are away from the ears, elbows out wide, and we start to take feet off the floor, bringing the knees above the hips, pulling the abdominals into the spine, and then inhaling, we start to tap those feet down. Now, as we tap the feet down, you might feel that your lower back wants to lift off of the floor. That's okay. Tucking through the pelvis and just lowering the toes to the mat so you feel that resistance through your core and your feet. Exhale, coming back up, lifting tabletop. Inhale, reaching the toes down. They don't have to touch. Exhale, lift, and we'll add the head in 5. Again, squeezing through the thighs. 4, 3, 2, 1. We'll go right here. Exhale, lifting head, neck, and shoulders. Reaching it up. Now you can stay with the toe taps. You can again lower the head down in between. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Or you can keep the knees above the hips, trying to bring the feet in line with the knees, and then using just your head to lift through abdominals. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press. I'm going to do both. Inhale, tapping through the toes, lowering the head. Exhale, squeezing everything to come up. Elbows are pulling apart. Chin is staying away from the chest. And we will hold in just 5. Breathing 4, 3, last 2, final 1. Keeping this tabletop, I'm going to release my hands to the sides of my hips, making sure I'm comfortable through my shoulders, and then extending from here, one leg long at a time. Inhale, out. Exhale. Inhale, reach. Exhale, coming back to center. Trying to, again, find the tabletop every time. You come in with that knee. Head can come back on the floor. Maybe your neck is feeling some tension. You can keep those hands, of course, behind the head. Going for, again, 8, 7, 6. We'll meet in tabletop in 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one, meeting in tabletop. Again, I'm releasing my hands and then either staying here or you can take feet to the ceiling. Knees don't have to be straight. Squeezing through the thighs. And we take a reach. Exhale. Last 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees down. Take a circle through the hips. We'll move on to some legs. A little bit of outer thighs from here. Turning to the side. So we're coming up and flipping ourselves. Left hand is coming, or left elbow is coming underneath the left shoulder. And then I'm bending my knees. So my heels are in line with my glutes. My knees are facing the top of the mat. And then I'm going to grab one weight. If you just want to use your hand, that's totally fine. I'm going to start reaching that weight up to the ceiling, keeping the shoulder down, and bringing my core into my spine. Keeping, again, shoulders soft but lifted through your left forearm. And then we'll take the right knee to come open. Keeping the foot together, or keeping the feet together. Inhale, close. Exhale, we go open. And inhale, close. If you want to add that right arm as we open, I'll take a bend of the elbow into the waist. Exhale. Inhale, press it up. Exhale, bend. Inhale, press. Moving with control. And then trying not to turn the knee all the way backwards so you lose that form. And then trying not to turn the knee all the way back so you lose your form. Keeping the hips in line. Again, left palm is facing down, pressing into the fingers. Lifted through the core, we hold in 8, 7, feeling the right glute start to turn on. 6, 5, 4, 3, feeling the sun on my face. Last 2. Last 1, we'll hold the knee open, and I'll keep my elbow into my waist. From here, I'll start to lift my right foot off my left, reaching my right foot out to the side. And then I'm gonna tap it to the corner of the mat. I inhale, I exhale, lift. Inhale, I tap it to the other corner of the mat, or reaching it behind me. As I exhale to lift, I'm also gonna lift my arm back off. So inhale, tap. Exhale, push. Inhale, tap. Exhale, push. And making sure we're not leaning into our left shoulder. We're keeping ourselves lifted, using the control coming from our core. Again, you can speed it up if you need, or you can slow it down. 8, 7, we'll hold in 6, foot and arm lifted in 5, 4, 3, last 2, 1, holding it up. Exhale, take a pulse, lift. Now again, turning your chest forward, making sure we're not rolling that right shoulder back. Exhale, press up and up. Last 8, engaging through the right thigh. 7, 6, pulling through your core towards your spine. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming down. Now tap through the toes, and then we go again. Close the right knee and open. Right arm stays close and open for 8, 7. We'll hold the knee back in 6. Take a final pulse here in 5. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Right knee stays. Now I'm going to bend my right elbow just halfway to my shoulder and take a press as I pulse back. Exhale, back and back. Going again. 8, 7, 6, so strong. 5, press through the left shoulder. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Now closing the thighs right away, I'm going to come up on my left arm. I'm going to drop through the weight and then reposition my hand so it's closer to my left shoulder. From here, we'll take a lift of the hips. So as I exhale, I'll bring that weight back up to the ceiling, lift through the hips, and inhale, we go back down, bending. Bending through my left elbow, pressing through my left palm again. Exhale, rise, lift. Inhale, bring it down. Maybe we add that right leg, again, reaching out. Inhale, bring it back down to the thigh. Exhale, press, lift. Inhale, bring it down. Again, we'll go for just 8. We'll hold in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last 1. Can we stay reaching that right arm over by the ear? Maybe flexing through that right foot and maybe kicking it a little forward and back. You can also just hold. Last 5, 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Bring the knee down. Bring that weight to the side. We'll come onto our hands and knees, all fours here. We're gonna go for some press ups, moving weights out of the way. Maybe you need to shake out your wrists, making sure you're comfortable through your hands, spreading the fingers. And then from here, I'm gonna start to bring my elbows back towards my legs, so that when you bend your elbows, they go straight down to the floor and not out to the side. They want to go back towards your knees, almost touching the mat, or you can touch the mat. Chest is pulling towards the floor. And then as we exhale, we'll lift and step again, that right foot out. Inhale, bring it back down, bending through the elbows. Exhale, pressing through the palms, step your right foot out. Inhale, we take a bend. Exhale, extend. We'll go for 8. Hold in 7. Maybe you start to lift that right foot all the way off of the floor. Breathing, exhale back. Inhale, bring it down. Last 5, 4, Strong through your triceps. Bringing the shoulders away from the ears. Last 3. Final 2. And last 1. Let's keep the right foot there. If it's not lifted, we can lift it now. Pulling up through our core, pressing through the palms, and we'll take a tap. Lower. Lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift, making sure our hips are square to the mat. We'll hold it up. 8. Get into the side of our waist. Again in 7. 6. Strong through the palms, keeping the shoulders pulled down. 5. 4. 3. 2. Final 1. Holding it up, taking that right knee, right elbow. You got it. Exhale. In. Inhale, push it back. We're almost there. Exhale. In. Inhale, push. We go 8. We hold it into right elbow in 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last 1. Right knee stays right elbow, and we crunch. Exhale, in. And maybe you curl your spine, lifted, dropping the shoulders, dropping the head. Final 5. 4. 3. 2. Last 1. Now step that right foot back. Take the left hand off the floor, find a twist. Breathing into the shoulders, inhale. Exhale, bring that left arm underneath the right shoulder. Bring the side of the head down. And then maybe reach the right hand forward, stretching through the right knee, the right thigh. Breathing deep here. You can also bend that right knee again if this is not comfortable. Yes. Making sure you take a pause. You take a stretch. Last exhale, we'll take it back up and come on to the other side. So grabbing again 1 weight, or you can go for 2 if you're feeling a little spicy this morning. You want to challenge that other arm. We take again right elbow underneath the right shoulder. Left arm comes up to the ceiling, and then right away, open through the left knee, close. Exhale, open. Inhale, close. Shoulders soft away from the ears. Feeling again, left side waist. Feet staying together, and then maybe you bend through the left elbow, bend. Extend. You got it. Bend. Extend. Again, squeezing through the bicep as you bend the elbow. 8. 7. Beautiful. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Final 1. Again, we hold it up. We start to bring that left foot off, extending it out to the corner of the mat. Tapping the toes down. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Inhale, bend, reaching it to the back of the mat. And then trying not to rock so much through the hips. So keeping the hips stable. Engaging through the left thigh. Mindful through the right shoulder. Maybe you have to readjust your right elbow if it moves. If you feel like that shoulder isn't comfortable, take your options. Holding again. 8. 7. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last 1. Come to center. Bend elbow. Tiny lifts. Engaging. Exhale. Exhale. Breathing through your center. Last. 8. 7. You got it. 6. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last 1. Bend that knee again. Take the weight down. You can keep it if you would like. Maybe hand comes to the hip. Or again, maybe it stays to the ceiling. We go again. Closing through the knees and open. If you have that weight, you can again take it. Bend, holding it up. Or close, bend, close, bend. I'll keep it off to the side. We'll go for 8. Holding it back again. Breathing. 7. Final 6. Shoulders down. 5. 4. 3. 2. Last 1. You'll hold. You pulse it back. back. Maybe if you want to grab that weight, extra push. Last 8, 7, 6, 5. Awesome. 4. Final 3, 2, and 1. Coming down again right away. Onto our right palm. Bringing it slightly in so we have a better base of support. And then exhale, lifting through the hips. Maybe again, bringing the left leg out right away, bringing that weight to the ceiling. Inhale, bring it down, little bend through the right elbow. Exhale, press, lift it up. Inhale, bend and close. Exhale, making sure your right hand is also comfortable. So maybe you have to readjust, bringing it in, playing around. You can also stay on your right forearm if that's easier for your shoulder. Still pressing through the shoulder. We'll hold again, 8. I'm going to stay in my palm, 7, 6, so strong, 5. Last 4, 3, 2, and last 1. Again, we'll stay. Flex through the foot. You can either just stay here or kick it forward. Little kick back. Breathe through your core. Final 6. Use your exhale, 5, 4, nice, 3, 2, and 1. Come down. Maybe take a stretch with the right arm. And then we come back to the all fours. I will keep facing this way so you can see my elbows. Again, coming forward. Shoulders over wrist, elbows coming back. Inhale, take a bend. Exhale, left foot, same side, presses back. Inhale, bend. Exhale, pressing through the palms. You can keep the left foot on the floor, of course. Shoulders down wherever you are, pulling up through your core. Let's go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, last one. We'll hold it back. Take a tap right away. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. Again, making sure hips are squared. You're not lifting up through your left hip. Keeping your low back soft and in line. Keeping the core pulled up to the spine, dropping through the shoulders, not letting them lift. Not bringing any tension into the ears. Final 5. We bend left elbow in 4, or we bend left knee in 3, 2, 1. Left knee bends, left elbow. Exhale. Inhale, take it back. Exhale, bend. Inhale, take it back. Again, 8. We hold 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Keep it in. Exhale. Crunch. In. In. Again, maybe you press the shoulders down, drop the head, lift the spine, pull the core in. Final 8. Breathing. 7. Exhale. 6, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Step. Left foot back. Right arm opens. It lifts. Take an inhale. Exhale, bring it under, drop through the right shoulder. Again, maybe your left hand comes forward. Pressing through left palm, all the way to your left toes. Maybe your left knee comes in. You stabilize through both legs. Take a breath. We'll do one more push. And then we will take a stretch. So coming up, getting into the whole body here. Again, I'm using my light weights. You can use your hands if that's not available for you today. We're gonna come onto our knees. You can put a blanket under the lower body, of course, to make you more comfortable. Toes are coming together. Knees are coming a little bit wider than the hips. Growing tall through the spine, pressing the pelvis forward, engaging through the glutes. And then taking a bicep curl to begin. Exhale, pulling weights to shoulders. Inhale, release back to the thighs. So final movements, final efforts. And knowing that you guys moved your whole body today, even if it's light, that's okay. Breathing through it, exhale, inhale. Long sides of the waist. We'll hold the curl in 5. Start to bring the hips back in 4. You got it for 3. Final 2. And 1, holding again, waist to shoulders. Inhale, take the hips back. So the chest comes forward, the spine is long, and the heels almost touch, or the hips almost touch the heels. And then as we exhale, we'll start to bring the hips all the way forward again. And then we'll take the hands turning forward, arms pushing by the ears, shoulders are soft. Inhale, taking it into one movement, dropping the hands to the shoulders, bringing the hips back. Exhale, big push, lift. Inhale, bring it back. Exhale, push it up. Strong again through the biceps, through the shoulders, taking a squeeze of the glutes as you bring the pelvis forward. And let's take it just a little faster. Inhale, we go back. Exhale, we push it forward. Abdominals pulling towards the spine. We'll hold onto the knees in 8, 7, getting into the sides of our waist once again in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We stay lifted. As we inhale, we'll start to bend one elbow. Take it into that side of the waist. Exhale, push it up. Inhale, bend to the other side. Exhale, take a push. So again, bending into the sides of the waist. All right, we'll go for 8. Again, maybe picking up the pace, just slightly breathing through the shoulders, keeping them away. 7, 6, 5. We'll take the hips back again in 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hands come back to the ceiling, and then we'll take both elbows into the waist as we take the hips back. Inhale. Exhale, press all the way up. Inhale, down. Exhale, press, making sure your lower body is comfortable. Squeezing through the glutes. We'll hold down in 8, 7. You got it, breathing into your core. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Keeping it low. Bring those hands back under. We curl up and down, up and down. At the same time, lift, lower, lift, lower. We'll pulse back, back. Exhale, exhale. Breathing. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. We'll hold. 3, 2, 1. Final hold. Maybe bringing the weights up to the shoulders or pushing arms forward by the ears. Shoulder soft. Pulling core into the spine. You got it. Feel the heat. Feel the energy. 8, 7. Maybe arms lift higher. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Take those weights down right away. This is it. We come to all fours. We tuck the toes. We go back to that press up, bending through the elbows. Inhale. Exhale, extend. Knees lift. Inhale, tap. Lower the elbows. Exhale, press it forward. Knees lift. Again, generating that heat. Pulling core up to spine. Pressing through strong palms. And remembering your intention that you set at the beginning of the class, that you wanted for yourself. And knowing we're almost there, we'll hold 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, And last one, keeping knees lifted off the floor, hips in line with knees, pressing through the palms, either staying or step it back. Plank, just hold, 5. You got it, engage through the thighs, maybe lifting a little taller. Last 4, final 3, 2, and 1. Drop the knees, untuck the toes, take the hips back. Find child's pose. Releasing the elbows, the hands. Start to take your breaths, slowing it down. Maybe joining the palms, bringing them behind your head. Lifting fingertips. Taking an inhale, release the hands, coming up. And right away, we'll take a quick stretch. Knee comes forward, foot comes back, find your pigeon. Forearms can come down. Breathing into the hips. Feeling the glutes stretch. Soft chest on the thigh. And then rolling all the way onto that glute. Bring the other leg all the way around, fine, cross-legged. And then we'll lift one arm up, crossing opposite elbow over opposite knee, lifting through the shoulders or lifting through the spine. Exhale, we find again a twist, twisting through the shoulders. And take a release, uncross your legs, come to the other side, other foot comes back, other knee comes forward, finding your pigeon. Again, dropping through the forearms, dropping your head, feeling a stretch through your hip. Again, coming to the side, taking the leg over, lifting tall, bringing both glutes, both sit bones onto the floor, and then finding a twist. And we will uncross. Take the legs again to a comfortable seat, how we began. Again, you can find your block. We will take one more moment of gratitude, bringing the hands down, eyes closed, sitting soft, giving ourselves a moment to settle again. And then thinking of one person who you are grateful for, who you love very much. Maybe you're missing that person. Maybe that person is no longer with us. Wherever they are, we will send them love, a message that we are missing them, and wishing they were here with us. And then we'll give a moment of gratitude for ourselves, moving our bodies, getting through difficult days, one moment at a time. Dropping the chin to the chest, blinking the eyes open, and we are finished. And I'm very grateful for you for showing up on and off of the mat today and for watching my videos. Thank you so much. Hope to see you in my next one.